Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, KGRA proudly brings to you its pop culture minefields, Dork Side of the Ring! The Dork Knight, Danny Ballard, the Atmosphere, Joe Rivers, the Dork Side of the Ring! And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Suck it! All right. That's new. Hey,
I like it.
Johnny. I don't know if I do. I might redo my voice. How you doing, bro? It's been a while.
I'm doing all right. I am very, very busy this weekend. I feel like I'm being pulled in all directions. I just got in from Cali at 3 a.m.
Holy shite.
Yeah. I had to make an emergency. Nice. Vegas 316. Oh, hell yeah.
I got that at SummerSlam.
I'm rocking the Painmaker today.
Yeah, I saw that. It's nice.
New Japan Jericho.
Yeah. So, what were you doing in Cali?
Personal. It was a personal errand. I don't really want to go into too much detail. Suffice to say, it's taken care of. Everything's good, and made it there and back again safely through the storm. It was raining the whole damn way.
Yeah, the rain's been sick, but we like Vegas and California both needs it. You guys remember how I just left to get a cup of coffee and I just finished it already? That's how I need another one. That's crazy. Not that you asked, but I don't even know what I've been up to this past. Oh, work. I've been working on my new website for me. Yeah, I'm actually really kind of like. Let me pull it up. Like, why not? It's not live. It's on my dev server. Let me see. Work. There we go.
This is the beta.
Yeah, here, I'll share my screen. I'm actually kind of. I've never really gone all out on my stuff before. It's always like I've always gone all out on other people's stuff. Whoops. There we go. It's not pulling up for some reason. That's not good. You know what's funny? So did you watch the while I'm waiting for this to load? There it is. Did you watch the Golden Globes at all, or any of the, did you see or did you see the Eddie Murphy part?
But I did get updates on who won.
Okay, so the Eddie Murphy part,
the Cecil B. DeMille.
Yeah. That was so damn funny. Oh my god.
Oh, was it? Is it worth a rewatch?
Well, just that. I mean, his speech is only like 2 minutes. He's the most gracious winner of that award ever. He's like, for all the future actors out there, there's a blueprint I followed my whole life. I don't remember. It was something like, pay your taxes, mind your business, and keep Will Smith's wife's name out your fucking mouth. It was funny. Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. I got it working. Let me how do I do this? Let's do it's up already. Oops. Okay. Maybe John did that. So this is a section of it. So I do all kinds of things, right? Web design, print design, but I also sell. A lot of people don't know, and this is something I'm going to start pushing, is I offer print services. So like, as you can see here, so like spiral calendars, regular calendars, brochures, things like that. But check. So I also have I have this variations thing. So you go and so you can choose, like, when I choose an option, it'll change the picture and add this description here. So see how it's changing the. Here. Let's do that. So you see how, like, depending on the option, it changes like the photo and the description here.
That's actually really, really good.
Yeah, and then it's got all the info for the people.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm not that kind of nerd.
Man, I've really been going like crazy. Like, this is the biggest, most robust site I've ever made for myself. So let me get into the back end. Hopefully it doesn't show it. Like, here, let me drop it down just in case it starts to show some.
Well, I don't have a web-based business, but if I ever feel the need to just make JohnnyRock.com, if it's even available, and I need the most self-gratifying website ever, I know who to hire.
Oh man, I'll fucking hook you up. It's fine, dude. If I could, like, I would literally do what I do for a living for free if I was like, already, like, if I was independently wealthy. You know what I mean? I just love. I love making websites. I love designing stuff. I love the feeling of accomplishment I get, when I'm figuring out, like, if I'm trying to figure out like how to do something I've never done before, like on a website.
Yeah.
And then I figure it out. I love that.
That's like me with cars. Like, I don't consider myself a mechanic per se, but anytime something breaks down with my car, I go out, like, I'll look it up on, YouTube, or see if there's a how-to video to see if I can do it myself. One, it saves money. But two, I actually like that I'm learning a new skill and I'm teaching myself.
Yeah, no, totally.
Cars. I'm teaching myself about cars.
That's really cool. So, so part of what it's not technically launched yet. I mean, it's live. I'm not going to show it off. But I just finished a website for a nonprofit in Texas. And whenever I hand over the keys, that's what I call it. Like, when I build a site, at the end, I hand over the keys and they get an hour included with the cost of the site, where I will do, it's kind of like this. It's usually like through Zoom or something, where I teach them how to maintain the site on the back end. Because I build all my websites with WordPress to make it easier for people. Because, I mean, most people, I used to say anyone can use WordPress, but holy Christ, the other day I was working with the dude in Texas, trying to teach him how to use his site. And I don't know how. I could never be a teacher. I just don't have the patience. It was terrible. It got to the point, there was a point where I was like, I literally was like, hey man, I don't think I can help you. I don't think I can. I'm just not a good enough teacher. There are plenty of tutorials out there on how to use WordPress, but we've used up all of the prepaid time that I have. So we can either turn the clock on, and I'll start billing. And I said some ridiculous number because I just didn't want to do it anymore. So I was like, I can start billing you $120 an hour, or we can go ahead and just shut this down and you can work on it on your own. So obviously he chose to like work on it on his own, because like nobody, like, I never charge $120 an hour. I was just like, I didn't want to, you know what I mean?
You were just trying to price the guy out.
Yeah. And so anyway, so he's still working on shit for his site. And I was talking to him, I think it was yesterday. I was like, you realize I would be more than happy if you just tell me what you want done. I could probably get it done in like 5 minutes. He was like, yeah, but I want to know how to do it. I want to learn this new skill. I want to, like, kind of what you were saying. I was like,
that's why you say I am a doer, and those who can't do teach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, for rather interesting news in the wrestling sphere this week.
Right.
Oh man, we almost had a coup from the Middle East.
Oh my God! Let's see if this works.
Frustrated isn't the goddamn word for it. This is bullshit.
See,
you heard that?
You're gonna play the Iron Sheik, the USA number one. The dub over it. Saudi Arabia number one.
That's not a bad idea, dude. Yeah, thanks to.
By the way, Iron Sheik, greatest Twitter account you can
No
ever
shit,
follow.
right? No
Oh my god, I've been
shit.
following him for years. It's just the random crap that comes out of that dude's Twitter account. Oh my god.
And it's really him, right? It's not
No,
like
it's really him. No,
okay, because I know like Ric Flair.
He's a comic genius. He's a comedy genius.
Ric Flair has somebody like so you know, you guys know I'm a huge Booker T fan. So I listen to Booker T's podcast, the Hall of Fame, and he just had a Ric Flair on, did an interview, like a 1 hour Ric Flair interview. And during that interview, Ric Flair admitted that he doesn't do his own Twitter, like somebody else does it for him. And I was like, well, damn, that's disappointing.
I'm pretty sure Vince McMahon has bots that do his Twitter for him. He just has a robot that just
so
spot
all right.
9,000.
I'm ready to share this. So if you look here, yeah, I've been going ham. You really can't see it. So there's 49 things so far. I don't know if you can see that. Like I'm really going, and I'm still nowhere near done. But if you look at my portfolio, you got to remember I've been doing this a couple decades. I might be going, it might be overkill. I have 123 items in my portfolio so far. And I've just been having, I don't know, I'm such a nerd. I've been having fun building this. Because I never, like I said, I've never gone all out just like for me. You know what I mean? I always for my clients, but my website's always been like lame. You know what I mean? Maybe 4 or 5 pages, just to get to the point. Like here's the homepage, here are my services, here's my portfolio, and here's how to contact me. And boom, that's it, But now I have I'm actually really check this out. It's got and you can sort it. So let's say you just want to look at my digital art. All right. Well, here we go. It starts to, there's my digital art. Let's say you just want to look at my digital caricatures. And I still got to add, I've got some I've done since the Salty Nerd. I've got some Cosmic Comics ones I got to put up. Oh, man. Every time I see something from Critical Care Comics, it's like seeing an old lover that left you. It's like it's such
yeah. It's I actually skimmed over a couple episodes of my old podcast. You continued on without me, and I kind of get the same feeling.
Yeah. But these are these are logos.
But it's okay. It's like sometimes when you look at an X with rose-colored glasses, then you realize what you have, and you're like, oh, I'm in a way better place right now.
I just miss having the resume, like the currently marketing director for and dude, like the second I left, those bastards became a multi-million-dollar charity. Like, isn't that crazy? Anyway,
yeah, it's usually how
my
it goes.
T-shirt designs here. I got a couple more I need to add, like a Picard one.
Well, let's not dwell on the past. Let's.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just looking look at this. Like, these are cool. I got a couple more videos to add, and then the websites, which is, I guess, my bread and butter, But yeah, like, I don't know. I did look. Oh, little things. Like, watch this. So when you see how when you hover over it, it scrolls through the whole. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool, right? I don't know. I'm easily amused. Oh, hey, this place.
I was like, that looks like Blue Dog's website.
It is. Yeah.
I was like, hey, I used to work there.
Yeah. All right.
I'm still a customer.
And today's show is brought to you by Dork Knight Designs and Marketing. Check us out.
Talk to Disler about sponsoring the show.
Man, since losing I would love that, but here's the thing. Since my car crapped out on me and now I don't have a car, I'm in Blue Dogs in forever. And so Disler, I'm not even kidding. He texted me the other day to make sure he was doing a wellness check. He's like, hey bro, I'm serious. He goes, hey bro, are you still alive? I haven't seen you in a while and we're all a little worried. I'm like, God damn, man.
Yeah, when your bartender is texting you, "Hey man, are you dead?"
Yeah,
maybe you spend a little too much time at the bar.
Well, dude, I mean, I used to go there. Like, my office was down the road when I had my office before the dark days, before COVID, and I was there every day.
Well, that's where I met you.
Yeah.
When I worked,
dude, I've been going to that bar for a decade at least. I love that place. I love the guys there. I love Stu, the owners, good people.
Oh, yeah.
I just hate that. When I fell off the last time I was there, oh, my shiner's almost gone. That's nice. Last time I was there, my girl had we were having a rough patch, and she'd moved out for like a couple weeks. Everything's good now, other than the unfortunate accident where I fell down the stairs in a single-story house and got a black eye. But last time I was there, Kevin, who's a sweetheart of a man, I love Kevin. Anybody who needs a real estate agent in Vegas, hit up my boy Kevin.
Maybe we can get him to sponsor the show.
Shit, I'll give him a free sponsorship. But yeah, no, I love him. He's a sweetheart. Last time I was there, apparently, I was he literally texted me and was like, "Danny, I love you, and it pains me to say this, but I will never serve you again." And I was like, "What? What happened?" Because I got blackout drunk because I was just boo-booing, and like I said, I fell off the wagon. And I struggle. People know I'm a recovering alcoholic. I struggle with the shit, and it is what it is. I'm not gonna candy coat it or bullshit or whatever. So apparently, what happened was, I was drinking. I'd been there a while. Some dude comes up. Again, I don't remember. This is just what Kevin told me. Some dude comes up next to me, orders Truly, and allegedly, I said something very bad. I believe he said, and cover your ears, children. That's a faggoty drink. And I would normally never say that. But apparently I was. Yeah, and
you're gonna get us canceled, man.
The dude went off on me, and Kevin cut me off, cashed out because I was gambling, cashed me out, and ordered me an Uber home. He was basically in when I got my car, this was back when I had a car. So that's how long ago this was. So when I go back the next day to get my car, Grace, Grace, right? One of the bartenders there. Okay. Yeah. So Grace was there, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I'm just here to," and at this point, I don't remember anything. I don't know what happened. I thought that they were just being super cool. I got too drunk, and they got me a ride home. So I'm in there. I'm like, "Hey, thank you guys so much for taking care of me and making sure I was safe," and blah 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 blah. And Grace was like, she was looking at me like I was crazy, and then she was like, "For sure, sweetie. Do you want anything? Soda, coffee?" And I was like, "No, I'm good, thanks." And then I left. And then I found out later what happened. And Grace totally busted my balls. She was like, "I was wondering why you were so blah, 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 blah." And she's like, "I was just waiting for you to ask for a drink because I was going to go off on you. Because apparently now there's a rule.
Don't serve you.
At all. Yeah. Nobody is allowed to serve me, which is good. I mean, that's how they're my friends. You know what I mean? They care.
Oh, yeah. No, your friends don't want to see you fail.
Yeah. So
true friends would rather build somebody up than tear somebody down. I've always said that since day one.
Yeah. So we just been bullshitting for 20 minutes, I guess.
I was going to say, we got to talk about wrestling on our wrestling show.
Well, Joe's not here, and
Joe's usually the one who keeps us on task.
I know. So, but yeah, let's get into it.
Football.
Yeah, fucking football. Anyway,
I'm not gonna lie. If the Eagles were playing right now, I'd be like, "What? Yeah, wrestling. Go Birds!"
What? The Fabulous Freebirds? I don't know. Anyway, so let's talk a little bit about, before we get into this week's shows, with Monday Night Raw and shit. Holy Christ, the internet lost its mind because some asshole who has no journalistic integrity,
At
tried
all.
to break a news story saying that WWE was sold to Saudi Arabia, when first of all, okay, WWE is a publicly traded company. Shit like that's got to not only be voted on by the board, and they have to do like at the very least some kind of investors call, but they have to file paperwork with the SEC and all this. So like until I see
Yeah, but
some
Vince
shit like
is the board now.
yeah, but
I just
he's
picture
80.
him as
He's
Palpatine. I am the Senate.
I am the Senate. No, he's
I am all the Sith.
he's 81. I believe it's 81%. I mean, like it's basically you're right, but he's not 100. He's 81%. But here's the thing. Socks, I see your yes. Socks and I are on the dude. Why don't you join us? You should be on this show sometime. Socks and I, we talk a lot on the Twitter about God, I'm old, the Twitter, about wrestling, and he and I both agree that Vince should be in jail. But first of all, nobody wants. I'm sorry if you do, but like nobody should want the cons to buy WWE.
I don't. I like the competition.
Yeah, we need competition. Do we want another 20 years of no competition and
Of
just
stale,
shitty product? No.
Yeah.
The Saudis, even though they got the deepest pockets and could easily drop 9 to 10 billion, which is like the rumored asking price, which is more than what Disney paid.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, but like that's more than Disney paid to buy Star Wars. That's crazy. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think the one that makes the most sense is NBC Comcast. I keep saying NBC Universal. I forget like the Comcast owns them.
They already have the streaming rights to the WWE network.
Yeah, they got them on the Peacock. They pay. So what led to all this is that the TV rights negotiations are starting now because in 2024 they expire. So they've been with they made that record-breaking deal with Fox, and that's why they've been on FS1 and they have the crossover with the football, and I think it's a good relationship for them. However, except for a little small cup of coffee the WWE had with Spike TV.
And TNN.
Well, it's the same network.
Yeah, I know. It started as TNN.
They've been with the USA Network, which is owned by NBC Universal, which I was just corrected the other day, being told which is owned by Comcast. Mm-hmm. So they've been paying. Raw's going to be 30 years old. It's like soon, like they're coming up on their 30-year anniversary. And if you think about the amount of money that Comcast, NBC, Universal, whatever, over the years, because things has been paying just for the rights. If I was on a stream with somebody the other day, if they didn't have any growth whatsoever, they being WWE, pronouns pal, sorry. If WWE didn't have any growth and just stayed the exact same, it would only take 8 years for them to recoup their $9 billion if they paid 9. Like that was the number going around. But that it's going to do better. It's not going to be stagnant. I would bet 3 to 5 years they get their investment back. But it just makes sense. Like it just makes business sense.
I also think that the NBC Universal would be my preferred suitor because there's history there. I mean, I have a feeling that they would respect the company and respect the business.
Well, not just that, but they'll
like
throw
when
them.
AOL and Viacom merged and the Warner Brothers thing. That really was the final nail in the coffin for WCW because those guys
that's when they got rid of
and didn't understand wrestling. They're like, what
yeah, and they didn't even want it, and then they fired Turner from his own company.
Yeah. But with NBC Universal or NBC, like a lot of people, I mean, let's take our time machine all the way back to the 80s.
They used to do they used to have what the Saturday exactly. Like the huge remember that match with I think it was Hogan and Andre, and then the Earl
The one
Hebner
where
and his
Andre
twin brother.
won and tried to give the title to DiBiase.
Yeah. But it was because they swapped the twins that were refs or
David
whatever.
Earl Hebner,
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Like that was on NBC. So that's the other thing is NBC or Comcast hasn't wanted to pay the right, because apparently it costs more money for them to be on network television, right? But if NBC Universal owns WWE, dude, they'll be showing fucking Monday Night Raw on NBC. Fuck USA. You know what I mean? That'll be a big deal.
I think Raw would probably stay on USA. It's such a staple. It's their cornerstone. It's excuse me. It's USA's
put it on.
flagship
Nah, man.
show. It's not just WWE's flagship
no,
show.
I get it, but man,
I don't see Raw moving. I see SmackDown moving.
Their bread is buttered. Okay, well, at least SmackDown, which is actually a better show, because it's 2 hours instead of 3. Oh my God. Oh, when we start talking about this week's shows, actually, shit, you only got like 30 minutes left. Maybe we should get into it. So, Raw is a 3-hour show, and I've been known to lose my shit a few times because a 3-hour show should have a 3-hour wrestling show should have, I don't know, wrestling on it, right? I mean, don't you think? Isn't that fair to say? So, oh wow, I'm looking at my last week's notes.
I was going to say, because there was quite a bit of action this week on the match front.
Yes, 1, 2, 3. Is this week's show? Did Kevin Owens fight Baron Corbin on Monday Night Raw this week?
Yes,
okay.
He did.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were a whopping 5 matches on a 3-hour show.
That's better than the 3 from a couple weeks ago.
This is true, but okay, just okay, Dynamite.
And in fairness, the entire last hour was that tag team gauntlet match, which was amazing.
Yeah, no, I will say that is true. It was an hour of so okay. I'll give Raw a pass, but I do want to point out 1, 2, 3.
Come on, and plus you get Prison Dom. Prison Dom hits different, yo. He's hard.
We'll talk about that in a second. Dynamite, 2-hour show, same number of matches, 5 matches. It doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. Rampage, hour show. And this week, they actually had less matches than normal. They usually have 4 or 5. This week, they only had 3. There's a lot going on.
They had that blood and guts match.
Dude. Ruby or Soho. Whew, man. That bitch bled a lot. Like,
tough.
Yeah. And, she's smoking hot. I liked her better before the nose job, but she's still smoking hot. And then SmackDown, 2-hour show, 4 matches. Like, I don't know. Anyway, back to let's talk about Raw, shall we? So I'll do the thing that we've been trying, the new thing where I just kind of recap what happened real quick, and then we can talk about whatever interests us. So the first match of the night, Kevin Owens defeats Baron Corbin with a stunner, which I don't know. I just love. And then the Bloodline tried to jump him, but failed. Then we got a little bit of an Alexa Bliss promo, followed by the Usos getting ejected, even though they end up back in the show. I don't know.
I do love heel Alexa Bliss, and I love that she's coming back as a heel. Like
I dig it too. I wish
this teehee babyface nonsense. I'm like, that's hashtag not my Alexa.
Exactly, and I
want the Alexa that I saw at the Elimination Chamber when she won the first Women's Elimination Chamber, and she's like, I'd like to thank myself because nobody helped me do it.
So this is the part where Joe would gush over, what's he call her, biscuit butt?
Yeah.
So anyway, then we have Bayley defeats Mia Yim. And then Rhea Ripley defeats Candice LeRae.
That one wasn't on the The Hulu cut.
Oh, okay. And
I
we
didn't
get
even know that happened.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley defeated Candice LeRae. It was a short shit match.
Man, I just Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano are so damn talented. I don't want to see them get jobbed out for their entire main roster run.
Here's the thing, man. I know everybody loves this Gargano guy, but he's what is he, like 5'4"? Like he's barely over the legal limit of being called a dwarf. I don't know. He's just so, he's just so fucking small. I don't know, man. And I'm not familiar with his NXT work.
Okay, I'm gonna put together a list of matches this week for you to watch.
Okay,
and you will turn around on Johnny Gargano. I that's just, plus you ought to love this guy.
Hey Chris, if you want to join us,
for almost
let me
every
know.
NXT takeover, he would come out in a different comic book themed type, like ring gear. Like one time he came out with Punisher gear. One time he came out with Iron Man gear, Captain Marvel, friggin' Carnage inspired gear. Like this guy is like a comic fan's.
So, anyways, I'm sorry.
I thought John
I kept trying to add you back, and John was adding you at the same time, so it was going like back and forth. I'm like,
I thought John took that power away from you.
So, yes, no, like I was just trying to be funny. No, so
everybody meet my co-host, Dr. Victor Von Doom.
Right. No, the powers that be said I should also be an admin while I do the show. So anyway, I won't do that again. I'm sorry. I was just trying to be funny. But hey, Chris, if you want to join us. Oh, he says, yeah, I don't have Facebook, brother. I got Twitter. Like Facebook sucks. But or John Doss Wolfen, send him the
see Joe standing up for me in the chat.
Yeah. Hey Joe, love you. We miss you, bro. Doss Wolfen, please send Chris the link. When he introduced one of his guests as the visionary, the revolutionary, I thought he was like about to introduce Seth Rollins, but he was just stealing the Seth Rollins shtick for his guest. So I was like, okay, this man likes wrestling. Anyway, where was I? We did the match you didn't see. Oh, did they show you the MVP Lashley segment?
Yes.
Okay, so
you predicted it. Hurt Business.
I think they're coming back, man.
Together.
Yeah, because like, man,
business is about to pick up.
Hell yeah! I don't know why they ever got rid of the Hurt Business. That shit was fire. Then we get a Cody Rhodes package, which I was excited for, but then on SmackDown they showed the exact same package on SmackDown, which we'll get into later. Solo Sikoa, poor Dolph Ziggler, beats Dolph Ziggler. I feel like Dolph is on his. He's on the jobber tour of his career right now. He's just like,
he's got that veteran gatekeeper role right now where he's putting guys over. A lot of guys do that in the twilight of their career. Kurt Angle was really good about that.
Yeah. And then, so then after that, we have a cringe-worthy Miz TV. And I think you're going to want to talk about this. So here's the deal. Dom did not go to prison. He was in a resort called jail, where you usually stay before you go to prison. But he keeps saying, prison changed me. And he acts like he's all hard and shit. And I actually did like the fact that the Miz called him out on it at the end. What are you like? I'll take a pause here because I want to get your take on this. And who's that? Is this Chris? Chris, are you here? You joining us?
Here, yes.
All right. Did you watch Miz TV? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Was that on Monday night?
Yeah, that was on Monday Night Raw.
I missed part of Monday night, so I didn't catch that.
I don't blame. It's a 3-hour show. Well, Johnny, I feel like you got a lot to say about this Dom thing. So what did you think?
I'm loving this prison Dom gimmick. I do. I love it. He coming out with the bandana, looking leaning like a cholo, like all of it, man. It's like
my wife
ridiculous.
Can't stand
Papa
him.
Eddie would be very proud.
I do like how they're kind of what's her name? The Rhea Ripley's kind of like the China to Dom's Eddie Guerrero, with the mommy and poppy shit. You know what I mean? So that is kind of cool. Mommy.
I miss Eddie. Dominic, he's all right. I think he's starting to realize that he's got dweeb energy. So he's trying to play off that rather than try and live up to what Eddie and Chavo used to do.
Yeah. There we go. I can see your face now, Johnny. There we go.
He's got pardon the crows. Let me turn that down. He's just so babyface. And my wife always, when he comes out, she's just not impressed with him. So, and this may be an unpopular opinion, but I think that the Judgment Day overall has taken 4 very interesting wrestlers and kind of neutered them, putting them together.
You just made the list!
You think it neutered them?
Oh yeah,
I know, right? That's why I said
interesting is the Judgment Day.
I don't know, man. I think the Judgment Day is really taken over.
I just don't feel anything from them, and I was really digging Damian Priest right up until the Judgment Day started. I thought Damian Priest could have taken a top position as a face, but yeah, they just seem to be going nowhere for me.
Look, man, anybody who uses the razor's edge is a natural heel. Come on.
I do like the way they've handled them as a faction, like the rules of factions, because, you say they took 4 talented wrestlers and neutered them. I like that they bunched them all together and they're still letting them have their own voice. I like that each member of the Judgment Day is still very unique and still able to talk and get
Dude, did you see
personality into it? Because sometimes, let me finish real quick.
Yeah.
Sometimes you put together a faction and you get like the mouthpiece and then like 2 really talented dudes behind him, and all they do is stand behind him and say nothing. I do like the Priest.
Dude, so let
be Damian Priest in the Judgment.
This is the perfect segue to what happens after Miss TV, because we get a solid hour, like an hour and 10 minutes of wrestling with the tag team turmoil match that starts and ends with the Judgment Day.
Yeah, I did watch that, and that was impressive.
And talking about Damian Priest, and we'll talk about the match more. I think my favorite match. He was, and I think my favorite part might have been, so at the end, even though I thought the Usos were ejected from the building, the Usos come out and hold up their titles, and then the Judgment Day walks down there, and Damian Priest just was like, "Rah!" Like, did you see that? He just like goes like,
"Rah!" He was in beast mode, man. He was
it was like, yeah. But yeah, let's talk about that tag team turmoil match, because that was gold. I mean, like, I hate the whole like gimmicky BS at the end with Finn Balor having to be replaced by Dominic. That just doesn't seem. Anyway, but
I actually thought
Damian Priest is a goddamn stud, man. He's a stud. He's just,
Yeah,
I thought it was a good bit of storytelling.
Yeah.
When I came back into wrestling, because I was out, I left near the end of the Attitude Era, or probably the Attitude Era was already over. And I
left after WCW was bought by Vince. So like mid to late, I gave it a little bit, but mid to late 2001. Then I came back in 2009 when Bret Hart came back. So I had like a good chunk of time where I didn't watch it.
Yeah, my wife and I, when we were dating, it was just one, we weren't really dating in the sense of going out a lot. We were just, cuddling on the couch watching WWE, and ECW had been bought, or WCW had been bought, and there was the whole McMahon family feud, with Booker T coming in and all that sort of thing. So we were having a lot of fun with it. And after a while, we started our family and we just got out of it. So I came back maybe a year and a half ago, because I had just been, you all right, man?
Oh, yeah. Marijuana, hell of a drug. Sorry. Go ahead. I'll mute. I'll mute myself.
It's a gateway, man, to wrestling, and
it's a gateway to Cheetos.
But yeah,
Cheeto fingers, that's what it's a gateway to.
Oh, baby, did you hear that?
I missed it. But I came back because of one of my favorite wrestlers. I was a huge Undertaker fan. Love Stone Cold, love The Rock, love Bret Michaels.
Bret Michaels.
What? Not Bret Michaels. Shawn Michaels.
You just combined Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. That's blasphemy, bro.
Well, you know what I did was I came up with a member of Poison.
Come out.
Frustrated isn't the goddamn word for it. This is bullshit.
Sorry.
So members of Poison are wrestling now, but I was a huge Hardy Boys fan. And I heard Jeff Hardy was still wrestling. And
okay,
like,
first of all, I'm so sorry. I got to acknowledge the chat.
Acknowledge me.
Monkey Jeebus, 1, why is Gary going to kick my ass? And 2, are you really going to play out some like 20-year-old storyline about Eddie really being Dominic's dad? We really going to go there? Like in
the story never ended. I call him Dominic Guerrero all the time.
You see, all right. You know what? Monkey Jeebus, if you want to join us, you bring your bong hitting ass onto the show. Oh, is that why Gary's going to kick my ass?
Yeah,
I hit the
that's
bong.
why Gary's gonna kick your ass.
Okay. I'll. Anyway, Chris, back to you. My bad.
Yeah, well, Jeff Hardy came in, and I was like, I want to check this out because I always liked him, but I wanted to see him redeem himself. He had a lot of problems with drugs and alcohol, and he spent some time in jail. So I wanted to see him make a comeback, and it seemed like he was doing really well. And then suddenly he was out. He was kind of in the middle of that storyline with Austin Theory, and but by then I was starting to get familiar with the characters. My wife and I had really kind of glommed on instantly to Seth Rollins and
pronouns, pal. Who you said he was getting into a thing with Austin Theory? Who's the
Jeff
he?
Hardy.
Was it Jeff
Hardy?
Yeah. Okay, that's what.
I'm tracking.
Okay. I mean, I thought that's what he was talking about, but I just
So
pronouns, pal.
but we started to learn about who like Seth Rollins came out. My wife and I were like, "What's this guy's deal?" And at first we weren't sure about him, but then we started being really entertained by him. And then Becky Lynch was in constant feud with Bianca Belair, and we're like, these two are really awesome,
dude.
So that's what
like Bianca is. Holy shit. I mean, she's got like she could beat the shit out of her and Rhea. I really wish people weren't so sensitive about the intergender matches, because Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley could legitimately, in a real life street fight, beat the shit out of half the men's roster, in my opinion.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Like, I mean, like, whoa, like, dude, I swear to God, Bianca Belair's arms are just
massive.
They're they're just sculpted out of, like, they're so defined. Like she's really.
Well, look at Charlotte. Charlotte's jacked as hell.
Fuck Charlotte. What is it with you fanboys in Charlotte? I'm talking about Bianca Belair. She's the future.
Here's the thing about wrestling right now that I struggle with. My wife and I talk about this a lot. We go back and we watch old Attitude Era matches. And even those wrestlers back then, even when they're doing not much, just, hanging out in the ring on a regular night, have more energy than most of the wrestlers today. And I'm not talking about energy like their athleticism. I'm just talking about their personalities, their presence in the ring. Bianca Belair could hang with them.
Hey, man, is there a reason you're not,
a video
showing it? Yeah. Is there
that I'm not showing up?
Yeah. Like, why are we looking at your little talking bobblehead?
Because I am the last in line today with the family home for shower and shave, and
I've got shit, bro. Come on.
Got a big scratch on my head.
Let's see. Come on, let's see your. Glorious...
You want to see like gross?
Glorious.
We want to see your baby browns. Little Karate Kid reference.
I'll plug in the webcam and see if it takes. Hold on.
All right. While you're doing that, Monkey Jeebus, thank you for interacting with us in the chat. People getting mad at Sunny Kiss Wrestling Jade. I thought we were supposed to be all like woke isn't Sunny Kiss a woman? I mean, I know Sunny Kiss was born. Oh shit, we lost Chris. I know from I'm an old man, so like don't cancel me for saying this, but Sunny Kiss was born with as a man, like with a penis. I don't know if Sunny Kiss still has one or not, but I know Sunny Kiss identifies as a she. So why can't Sunny Kiss wrestle Jade? Sunny Kiss is still a guy. Yeah, but doesn't he identify as a she?
I think Sunny Kiss is more of a they them.
Oh, is it? Man, this shit is so
non-binary or-
confusing. Oh my.
Nyla Rose is trans. Nyla Rose was born a genetic male.
Well, Nyla Rose. That
and
shit's
Nyla
not
Rose
fair.
has had a lot of the surgeries as well.
Oh, so Nyla. Okay,
Like
Does
Nyla
Nyla
is
Rose-
fully into a transition.
she's not. She doesn't have a dick anymore.
I haven't looked under her skirt, but
I want some. I know, dude. I am.
What did I come back into? This is this.
I am
the
on
conversation
one
changed.
today. Well,
Yeah,
no,
man.
dude, like
you're totally
no.
gonna get us canceled, man.
Look, I don't care. I'm just curious. Okay, does Nyla Rose still have a penis? That's all I want to know. Somebody let me know in the chat. Okay.
That's a soundbite for this episode.
Hey, Chris, you look great. What are you talking about, brother?
Well, plus I've been drawing while I've been talking, so I'm not looking at the camera all the time.
Yeah, I was just about to say you're looking down.
I'm very sensitive about
you draw
my looks.
too.
What's
draw,
that?
I knew you were in the movies, but you draw as well.
I'm not a great artist.
Were you here earlier when I was showing my website and my work? No,
I was looking at that.
Yeah.
It looked great.
Man, if you ever want to collaborate, I love collaborating. It's fun. Like, you want to like you sketch something, throw it at me, and I'll put my shit on it, or vice versa. I love doing that. I've collaborated with tons of people.
I do that sometimes. I mean, I'm not a great artist. Usually, I just doodle for storyboards for my movies. By the way, I mean, I'm not going to say anything publicly, but I'm talking to a casting director, and if we get a certain person, everyone in our circle is going to lose their minds if I get this person for Escape from Planet Omega 12.
Holy shit. So in the chat, my mother's asking, is the big armed woman in The Mandalorian a wrestler? I'm going to assume she's talking about Gina Carano.
Gina Carano, right? Yeah. She's not a wrestler. She's an MMA fighter.
Yeah, she was an MMA fighter, Mom. And ironically, when she was an MMA fighter, she was smaller and sexier.
And American Gladiator as well.
I still think Gina Carano is smoking hot.
No, she is, but she's thicker now. So.
Yeah.
If you look at Zach's, do you know Zach's? Kyle. Okay. So.
Well, I don't know him personally, but I.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't either, but
circle,
yeah, he's part of our circle. So in our group chat, he posted this. I think it's the beginning of a bunch of his videos. I hope it's Zach's. I'll feel really stupid if it's somebody else. But it's like Gina Carano doing a weigh-in back when she was doing MMA. And so she's like, and she like takes her clothes off and she's down in her bra and panties. And holy Christ, she's still hot, but holy man, she was smoking hot. And that's back when she was fighting. I was like, wow. It's like, anyway.
It's funny.
Sorry, Dragon Ruse. Yes. Thicker. Buffer. You're right. Buffer's the better word. Yes. Buffer.
She was on she was on Joe Rogan maybe a month or so ago. It's so funny. She got into MMA because I guess some boyfriend of hers took her into a dojo in Las Vegas. And the instructor who ended up being her trainer is just like, he looks at her and goes, "Oh, honey, you're too fat. You need to diet, work out." She's like, she essentially got shamed into training and then became who she is today.
A badass. Well, Monkey Jeebus. Yeah, I know. And I'm so jealous of Drunk 3PO. He's done so many streams with Gina. It's like I don't like, dude, I don't give a fuck what she tweets. 1, she's talented. 2, she's smoking hot. And 3, she can kick ass. Like,
here's the thing,
over,
you don't always have to agree with somebody's tweets or opinions.
Yeah, I mean, like,
But I don't think they should lose their job over it.
No shit, man. It's this cancel culture.
I saw her tweets. I don't agree with all of them, but I don't think she deserved to lose her job over it.
Hey, newsflash, people, all you AJ Styles fans, he thinks the earth is fucking flat.
Yeah, right?
He's not canceled. Saying.
Talk about your characters who just have wrestlers stand behind him while he takes the mic.
Yeah, right.
Right.
But as far as Gina Carano
Carl
goes,
Anderson is one of the best talkers in the business if you give him a microphone.
I think Gina Carano's awesome. I think
they need to bring her back to Mandalorian. She was great. I don't like.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of this woke ass cancel culture Hollywood fucking bullshit. You know.
Well, I think it's going to say something about the integrity of people in the industry and in the independent industry going forward. Are you going to acknowledge the truth about what she said in terms of just? I mean, she spoke her mind, and then they spun that into a narrative that made her look like she was a terrible person, and none of that is true.
And I don't think I've seen her in plenty of interviews, and never once do I get the vibe that she's a terrible person.
Yeah,
and really genuine. And
she's very and that I will take a genuine person who has different opinions than me over someone who is just repeating a narrative, because someone who's repeating a narrative, eventually, as soon as you go against that narrative, they're going to throw you under the bus. There's nothing genuine or good about that. So, I have huge respect for everyone who has stood by Gina Carano during this. And if it means, if you become friends with Gina Carano or work with her or something like that, and people want to stop talking to you because of that, they were never your friends to begin with. So they're not.
All I know is
holding on to.
I've never met her. I don't know her, but I kind of feel like I do just through the Drunk 3PO's videos and stuff.
I didn't know she did live streams, so I'm
well, she doesn't, but I guess I don't know if they bang or they're friends or whatever, but it seems like he has her on his show quite a bit. Like, but it's never like this. It's always like the two of them sitting next to each other. It's always at things, you know what I mean? So hey,
maybe we can cross promote and get her on the show sometime.
I would love that. Oh my God. So Joe, even though he's not here, felt the need to send me this and said I should bring this up. Do you guys see that? Is it gonna focus? Come on, focus.
Yeah.
All right. So apparently, some wrestling organization called Impact had a pay-per-view of some kind called what was it called? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Hard to Kill. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Apparently Mickie James is now the new women's champion of that organization. So
again,
apparently I didn't know I remember like at Royal Rumble last year.
She was holding the belt then too.
Maybe she'll be at the Royal Rumble again.
Especially if her husband has signed with the big WWE, like the rumors say.
Nick Aldis, I don't know, man. I don't think he's.
I could see
that's her husband, right?
Yeah.
That's her husband, right? Yeah.
I can see Nick Aldis showing up in the Rumble.
Hard to Kill on. Oh, Joe, you're still watching. Okay, buddy. If you're gonna text and chat, you can at least make a cameo appearance and hop in. The link is in our group chat, bro. Otherwise, do me a favor.
He can take over for me in 5 minutes because I got
STFU.
I got to get going in 5.
Yeah, you got. Oh, well, shit. Before you go, then. Oh man. So, back to the final match. So they have the shenanigans. Dom has to replace Finn Balor, and the only reason they win is because Mommy helps Dominic. Because out of the Eddie Guerrero, if
Mommy
you're not cheating,
Dommy.
Yeah, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
That's right.
And that's how they win. So I love that. Mommy, what'd you say? Mommy
helps Dommy.
Mommy helps Dommy. That's a shirt.
Mommy loves Dommy. That's the name of the sitcom.
Yeah, right.
Out on WWE Network. The Peacock.
The cock.
The cock.
Well, before you go, man, to pontificate at the very least on this match, because I know on the Miz TV and even before that, you seem to be all in for this Dom gimmick, which I think
love it. It's a good evolution of his character.
retarded.
It's goofy. It's wrestle crap. It's the shit I like. I love.
Yeah. Hey, man. Speaking of that, when are you going to start your like whatever you're going to call so we got Joe's segment is State of the Apron. Yours needs to be Goofy Wrestling for Life or Wrestle Crap or something. I don't know.
I'm putting together some content for it. I'll let you know in the group chat. Like when
all right.
Kickstart it. As for making like a title or a banner for it, that I'm not that kind of nerd.
No, I'll do the graphics. You just tell me the name, okay? You tell me the name, and I'll make you something.
All right, cool.
Yeah, but like it can't be. We can't do crap wrestling because somebody else does that. We can't do Goofy Wrestling for Life because that's a Simon Miller thing. We just need to come up with something like that. That's ours. You know? What I mean? So, yeah.
All right. Well, I think this is a good place for me to bow out. Great show,
all right,
everybody.
brother.
I will be back for a full show next week by hook or by crook.
All right.
Chris, it was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too, and thanks for bearing with me while I keep looking down to draw.
No, you're
crap.
fine.
No worries.
Johnny Chris hosts the
Tuesday show, Morning
the
Coffee
Tuesday
with Chris.
show on
okay.
Pop Culture Minefield, and you still got to make either Monday or preferably a Wednesday because you're a vet.
Well, I'm on part-time hours now, so I go in at noon Pacific time.
Okay, so they do. Damn, that's when Dangerous Military Nerds starts at noon. But Military Mondays is 8 a.m. So I mean, if you're awake,
I could probably make that. Yeah. So just
because I'll never ever be on their Wednesday show, the Dangerous Military Nerds, because the whole point of that is only vets talking shit, and then yes, but Mondays it's called Military Mondays, but that's just like us nerds reviewing the portrayal of the military, like
I
Terminal
got a lot
List
to talk about and stuff like that too.
Yeah, so that's Monday.
I'm always picking apart military guys in movies.
But I don't mind being on that one because it's not billed as veterans talking shit. It's nerds talking military shit. But the Wednesday show is veterans talking nerd shit. So like I'll never be on that. But
I'm on board.
I want to. Yeah, you should, man. Like Joe does it a lot.
Well, with that, I'll bid you all adieu. Good fight, good night. Banger after banger. I'll talk to you later.
Oh, I didn't even get to talk to him about the banger bus, the banger bros. Like if you know, you know. If you don't, like just don't Google it.
I know. I believe I made that joke already. But yeah.
Anywho, so Chris,
yes, sir.
Normally, what we do. So I appreciate you coming in because Joe bailed on me.
It's
we have a minute and a half. You could have waited a minute to play that, but I do like this choice of song or
whose song? What
accoutrement? So the next thing,
actually, I actually did it a little late. We're supposed to do it at 4 till because we've got to put room for our ads in there.
Oh well, hey, I guess it's time for that. So make it happen, Captain. Oh wow, I was pointing at him and then he disappeared.
You didn't see anything,
John. Run the ads. We're good. Okay, I'll look. Yeah.
Are we still rehearsing?
I don't know, man. I need some kind of.
Yeah, it's been kind of it's like herding cats.
You just made the list.
Hey, they moved stuff around. Hang on.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, hold up.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
Are you ready now, John? Did I kill enough time?
No, it's not where it was.
God damn it. All right.
I'm
Well,
going
then,
through all of them.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's right, Major. You did.
I lied.
It's not there anymore, so just continue, pretend like we had a half thing. And
Okay, well, then here's what I'm going to do. Because earlier I said...
Oh, I found it.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the middle of the film.
That's what you were looking for? I thought you were looking for the ad break. The
We don't have
KGRA.
the ads yet.
Oh.
I just said
Yes,
we've
we
got
do.
Got
I
to get
put them
ahead.
on my... Yes, we do.
Where are they?
I don't know. Like, go watch like the videos I edited, the 2 videos we pre-recorded, the Christmas and New Year's. I had 3 minutes worth of ads in that from KGRA. Are they not in the back end here of StreamYard?
No.
We better get our shit together, bro. You understand that, like, in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks,
I understand that.
we're live. We're live, pal. In 2.5 weeks,
This town needs an enema.
We'll do it live.
fuck it. We'll do it live. Oh, I got to do this again. Sorry.
Frustrated isn't the goddamn word for it. This is bullshit.
That's how I feel about you not having the ads, John, but that's fine. So here's what I'm going to do.
Well, whatever helps you sleep at night, bitch.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. I see how it is. It's okay. Let's do this. I think you all... Ouch. You didn't hear or see that, did you? That was really loud in my ears. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Do this. Do that. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, today's show is brought to you by... That's pretty cool, huh?
Not bad. I figure we gotta paint, because we're gonna be on KGRA. We need to paint a picture with our voices, because they're not going to be seeing the stream. It's just going to be audio only, right?
Yes, that is true. But I want to finish our sponsorship break, because normally it's 3 minutes. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, sponsor of the show, Dork Knight Designs and Marketing. From yours truly.
Nice. Did you build that cityscape?
I did not. So here's the honest truth. A child made that. So I used to be in a networking group called the Mob, Masters of Business, and it was a part of a national group called Team. Together, everyone achieves more. You know, it's like networking thing. And so the chapter I was in, the Mob, in the chapters, you can only have like one person from, so we have like one nonprofit, one insurance agent, one web designer, one, thing. And so the guy who was running it, AJ, his kid, he was, I think this is so cool. I wish I could got my kids like this. So his kid has he started a club. I think his dad helped him. I think it's like Child Entrepreneurs or something like that. It's something like that.
Oh, nice.
And he calls himself I think it's Dr. Logo. I think it's Dr. Logo. So anyway, so he was trying to pimp his kid out during one of the meetings. And I was like, bro, I'm all about this. I want to introduce him to my kid. I want them to like, come on, this would be great. And so he made one video that was complete crap. I mean, and I'm happy to share it with you guys because I still have it, but I've actually never played it anywhere because I hated it so much. But I didn't want to be an asshole because it was made by a kid. So when his dad was like, well, what don't you like about it? And I was like, well, first of all, dude, I'm not like here, let me, you know what? I am going to show it because I'm not even, I bet you guys, Das Wolfen, you still here? Or at least Chris, I bet you in the limited amount of time you've known me would immediately be like, oh yeah, no, Danny hates this. You know what I mean? Because it's just like so not Dork Knight design.
When you say kid, how old?
12, 13, you know, like a kid, like a child.
So not like Austin Theory as a kid.
No. Like, yeah, no, a child.
Show it because I want to get back to wrestling. I want to get back into.
Okay, all right, here we go. Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
At least he used websites I actually made.
I've seen worse.
I can't anymore. No, I had to stop it. So anyway, the one that you saw with the cityscape, that was the one he made after this one. Because I was like, look, dude, you're totally not catching my vibe. You know, like that's not me. That's too like, I don't know, but it's not me. You know what I mean? So he's like, well, what's you? I was like, I'm the Dork Knight, man. Like think like Batman, Bruce Wayne. Okay. When you see me as me, I've got all my photos, like obviously not on these streams, but I'm in suits. I look like Bruce Wayne. But when you don't see me, it's the Dork Knight. It's the Batman shit. Give me something like that. And then that's when he gave me that cityscape bat signal thing, which is probably a template he bought off of something. I'm not going to hate on him, but I was like, hell yeah, kid, you got a future now.
Yeah. Well, it's good.
So
go ahead,
yeah.
Kids are, they're getting savvy with, I'm using 3D programs and stuff, and you can create that stuff. I won't say pretty easy, but the tools are there to do it from home. And that's what we're using for.
Yeah. I think it's fair to say relatively easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's get back to, this is the wrestling show.
Yeah.
I want to just a quick comment on Johnny Wrestling because, Johnny Gargano, he's Gargano, whatever. He's
no, I just because Gargamel.
That's his again, this just kind of speaks to what my wife and I have been noticing is just the presence of heels and faces just isn't what it used to be. And even we're talking about Rhea Ripley when she keeps stepping in front of guys and they're like, I'm not going to hit a girl. I remember Stone Cold stunning women. I remember The Rock bottoming women. It's just like the chivalry.
Hey man, it's a different era. But yeah, did you see? We'll get to it in a little bit. It was Dynamite or Rampage where Ortiz got pissed off at Eddie Kingston. He's like, "Were you going to hit a woman?" I was like, "Are you kidding me, man?" Like, yeah, no, I'm sorry, man, woman, non-binary. You get into a ring and you get in my face and you want to flex. Yeah, I'm going to punch you in the face. I don't give a shit. Like, that's how I feel anyway. But
well, people are there for the show too. It's if there's not any risk that, if every woman just got hit every time she got into a ring, it'd be a different story. There is a bit of tension there, but the fact that it never happens or can never happen, now is
wasn't it we just had an intergender match with Tozawa and
Rhea
Rhea
Ripley.
Ripley. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
But she again, that's kind of
he didn't know. He didn't. If you watch that match, he never got to actually physically hit her or do anything like that to her.
Yeah.
And I know that was by design. And that's so fucked up, man. Like Rhea Ripley, like I said, first of all, she's like twice that dude's size. Like if they got into a fight in real life, she would fucking maul him. You know what I mean? She would just murder that dude.
I don't know about that. Just in the sense of he's a small guy, but if you look at him, like he's got some dojo or something somewhere where he's just like
look, man, just because he played a ninja on TV doesn't mean he's really a ninja. But
did he
I get what
play a
you're saying.
ninja on TV?
Oh wow, you didn't know? Yeah, like
no.
They just switched his gimmick back to the original Akira Tozawa because they made him during pandemic era. So yeah, for almost 3 years, his gimmick was a ninja. He wore the black outfit and everything. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know that. No, I mean, all of these people, don't get me wrong, they're all badasses. You know, it's you can't get into that. You can't get into WWE without being one. It's just that, you know, the stories that they're allowed to tell, the energy that they have, you know, again, Attitude Era, or even into the WCW, WWE
Invasion,
yeah,
and then Ruthless Aggression.
Yeah, there was, you know, it's like even the most gimmicky, silly wrestlers like, you know, the Sean Hurricane Helms and that sort of thing. There was still so much energy there. And I feel like not all the wrestlers these days get that. This is why I do, for the longest time, I was bored to tears by the Bloodline. When Sami Zayn got in there to shake things up, it wasn't anything more than he was shaking things up with his personality. And really kind of bringing, you know, making them break character. And that's the storyline that, you know, what I like is they're not trying to stay on that storyline too long. It's been evolving. The most recent match between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Oh my God. So we're going to get into that. I guess. Let's like, that's okay. Let's speed along then. So, cause 12/12, make a wish if you're into that kind of thing. The next show of the week was AEW Dynamite. It opened up with Jon Moxley facing off with the empty-headed the Hangman Adam Page, and Hangman won. What the anyway?
You're going to be on your own with this one because I don't watch that show.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Then let's just go to SmackDown because screw it. So SmackDown starts with a really good match, and it was so good. Braun Strowman taking on Gunther for the Intercontinental title. Fucking great match. Did you watch that match?
I did watch that match, and I gotta say, I'm very impressed with Gunther.
Dude, yeah, he's like, and he trimmed down. Like, so I saw, because I did watch, because somebody made me like a year ago. He used to be the UK champ, the NXT UK something or other, and he was bigger, like bigger, but now he's like skinny. Like I was I don't know what happened. Do you know anything about that? Do you know what?
No, I don't. But you know, I've noticed that he's not. And it's interesting to me because he's a big guy. But there's obviously, you know, it's like WWE has never had a weight class, so to speak.
Yeah.
But
I mean, well, you know, 205 Live, but they got rid of it. So
he's you know, first of all, you know, like Braun Strowman, he looks unbeatable when you look at him. You know, and I'm surprised that they've let him kind of be in a state of, you know, he can lose a match, where they had someone like Omos, who I don't know what's going on with Omos, if we're going to see a return of him at any point.
Here's the thing. Omos was a Vince project, and and Triple H knows Omos is the drizzling shits. I don't think we're going to see him again. I really don't.
Well,
and if we do, he'll just be
boring.
A background piece for the Hurt business if he does come back. But yeah, I mean, He's like the giant. He's like Giant Gonzalez. You know what I mean? He's like that. Does that make,
Well,
or
we
the
used
Great
to have,
Khali. You know?
yeah, Great Khali or the Big Show, that sort of thing.
No. Don't you besmirch the Big Show. The Big Show.
No, I
had
wasn't
talent.
gonna besmirch. I like the Big Show. I love the Big
Yeah,
Show.
but
It's they
Great
could have done
Khali
something with him, but
and Giant Gonzalez, they're drizzling shits. Okay, so like that's why I was saying. Not.
yeah, it's just there's nothing. They don't go anywhere because if you just have these kind of exhibitions where they throw some people around and then raise their arms up, you're just. I mean, my wife and I were just going like, when are they going to do something with this guy? Who's going to come out and be the one that defeats him?
Who did? It's funny. This actually tracks. Omos's best match. Who was it with? Do you know?
I don't. Bobby Lashley's the
No, the guy we were just talking about. Braun Strowman.
Oh,
that was his best match. You know why? Because Braun Strowman knows how to work. And in this kid, Omos, like, look, dude, hey man, I'm sure you're a cool dude. I mean, at least I hope you are. You know, but like go be a bouncer or something, you know, security guard, you know, go, like join the military. Just you're not charismatic enough for wrestling. You're just like it's like watching paint dry with that guy. You know what
again,
I mean?
What I've been saying is the charisma has to be there. You know, when
I mean that X factor, you have to have that X factor, man.
You know, The Rock would come out. I mean, he's the bar to reach still.
Dude, I would say today's like, you probably don't know who I'm talking. Ricky Starks, man. Ricky Starks, I feel like is the future of wrestling. I really do. Like, mark my words. In 5 to 10 years, he's going to be like Rock levels of, or at least Steve Austin. I'm not saying he's going to be like Hollywood, but I mean, like, he's going to be the fucking man. You know,
well, they all knew how to, you know, you need to be able to bounce off of people. And it's funny, I see people come out and I think, how would The Rock respond to these people? Because a lot of it is, you know, it
doesn't matter.
Well, it just in terms of when, okay, so like, what is it? Karrion Kross comes out with Scarlett, who my wife and I now refer to as Countess Boobula. It's
right. Oh my God.
Dude. You see him come out and then you see how the wrestlers react. And it's just, you know, your general face off, some smack talking. And
sorry, I was getting yelled at because I was acknowledging your comment about Scarlett's boobs. I didn't say anything bad, baby. Damn. All right. Sorry.
Well, anyway, you know, they come out and there's a conflict and then, you know, Karrion Kross chokes them out and that's it. You know, it's like,
what's that called? It's the straight jack. No, it's what's that
who
called?
even cares? It's like
it's basically a sleeper hold.
Yeah,
but they call it
exactly.
Else.
And it, you know, you think about how The Rock would you know, he would say something like call her Countess Boobula. You know, it would be hilarious because he.
Do you know who Ricky Starks is? Have you seen any of Ricky
No,
Starks?
I haven't seen him.
Shit, man. Okay, I'm gonna have to. So
who's he wrestling for? Is this one of the other leagues?
AEW.
AEW.
Okay. He's super young. He's in his 20s. Hella talented.
I'll have to look that up because I don't have cable. I've only got certain apps. Like I got
dude, I'll send you clips. You just need to see clips. But like he gave I think we talked about it in last week's show. So it was 2 weeks ago when it happened. He gave the promo of a lifetime. It was epic. It was fire. I was like, when I was done watching it, and Joe agreed with me, I was like, this kid's the future. You know what I mean? Like he's like cultivate what he did, you know, like fucking water that plant, and he's gonna be huge, you know. So
it's just
I'll send you some clips.
It's just something that comes naturally, you know, and this is why I appreciate Sami Zayn, because Sami Zayn, you know, he puts himself out there. I think, you know, as much as I'm not really excited about Dominic Mysterio, I can see him at least trying because he grew up in that era.
Dude, Johnny is a huge, like the dude that was with us earlier. He's a huge Dominic mark. I don't know. I'm not there yet.
I'm not
know?
there yet either. I see him trying. I see him understanding it though and trying. But with Sami Zayn, I like the storyline that's going on at the moment. I like that the Bloodline came out and interrupted his match where he was actually showing that he's. And I'm going to make a prediction here.
Oh,
Not
well,
a spoiler, a
that's
prediction.
that's at the end of the show. We started covering.
At the end of the show, what?
So, yeah, hold that thought, brother. SmackDown. We already said that Braun Strowman lost to Gunther in a really good match,
and it was a good match because both of them know how to work together.
Yeah,
and that's again why I like Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair is like they know how to elevate each other.
So after that, so I'll go super fast to get to what you were trying to talk about because that was the main event. After that, they give us a recap of last week's Bloodline, or I'm sorry, Raw's Bloodline, Sammy, Kevin Owens crap, and then there's a little like Sami Zayn, Paul Heyman backstage thing. After that, we get Rey Mysterio in the ring to declare he's going to enter the Royal Rumble, and then Karrion Kross comes out and basically fucks him up. And then after that, we've got a really bad women's skit with Emma, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and literally some chick. And I wish the other two dudes were here because I doubt there was some chick. And I have no idea who she is.
I didn't either. Yeah, my wife and I were both like, "Who's that?"
Oh, so you know who I'm talking about? I'm like, they didn't give her name on the lower third. They never said her name. The announcers never acknowledged her. I'm like, who is this chick? Like, anyway, so that was weird to me. But basically, that whole thing was just to set up a match that's going to happen later between Raquel and Liv. So since you watched it, before I go on, do you think? So most people I've talked to think that Liv is becoming a heel. I don't think she is. I think this is to help Raquel become a heel. I think, like, what do you think?
I don't know. Raquel is another talented wrestler who I think is very plain in her personality. Do
you know who her real life boyfriend is, by the way?
No.
Braun Strowman.
Oh, that's big enough.
Right.
The thing is that, being a heel or a face doesn't matter if you don't have that energy. And again, Raquel, she doesn't have the energy. Liv tries. She's trying to find the energy, but she's.
Well, hold up, back up. What do you mean by what energy does Raquel? Because I think she's being misused. I think Raquel Rodriguez would be a monster heel. I think she could be a dominating, massive monster of a heel in the women's division. She's fucking huge. She's jacked.
But
her
what
gimmick
I'm talking
is
about
that little back spread pose. You know what I mean? It's like,
that's a good thing. At least she has an identifier. You remember that when she does that. In acting, see, when I cast a film or when I shoot something, the biggest thing with me with an actor is finding the character. There's a difference between.
Hold up. We are being disrespected. John and Joe, can you at least talk about football privately and not like in our chat about
I'm not seeing
on a fucking wrestling show? No, there's like, so he's like, hey, Das Wolfen, are you watching? And this is continuing conversation from earlier. He's like, of course, I have it on the other screen. 24-20 Miami. Their D is handling business. I'm like, bro, what the, like, you know what? If I'm going to try to boot him, I don't know if I have that kind of power. I don't have that kind of power.
It's called multitasking.
Men are not capable of multitasking, John. Just ask Cece.
Obviously, you're distracted by it. But
well, I always try to pay attention to the chat, because they're like, if we don't have anybody watching, what the hell are we doing this for? So, I want to acknowledge.
Well, there are always people that watch after the fact too. So, I try and keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean, just if we can go back to talking about Raquel Rodriguez and
yes, sorry,
like I said, and this is just something that I noticed. I kind of consider myself in the world of geek entertainment. I kind of consider myself a normie because I have to be met halfway, or else I get confused. I zone out. And as a director, my thing is to find a character that is, who that character is instantly. You can pick them out in a crowd of other wrestlers or characters, that sort of thing. So when I work with an actor, that's really the main thing. If I can't find a character with that wrestler or with that actor, then there's a problem because they're just reciting lines after that. And a lot of the lines can be interchangeable. It's the character that makes those lines memorable. That's why, and these wrestlers find their characters. Stone Cold Steve Austin finds, oh, hell yeah, and what in Austin 3:16. The Rock is the person, The Rock is the person that finds, electrifying the millions and millions of the Rock's fans.
Tell me if you can hear this, because I just got this toy. And if you can, I'll stop it. So I'm going to do this.
What?
Can you hear it?
Yep.
What? What? What?
There you
Even
go.
people like, William Regal would come out and Scribe Light's here. Welcome, Scribe.
Hey, Scribe. Thanks for joining us, man. Yeah.
You have to find that character. And it's not up to the writers to, the writers can try and give you a character, but it's up to you whether you can carry it or not. And when you find that character, the writers, they vibe off of that. Once they know who you are as a personality, I think Liv Morgan is trying to find that. When you see her in real life, she's kind of cute and dorky. And when she comes out as Liv Morgan, I find her a little cringe, like she's trying too hard to be, dark, sexy,
something she's not.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't feel authentic. I appreciate
I really, really, really like Liv Morgan, but I 100% agree with what you're saying right now.
Yeah, I do too. I like her in real life when I see her doing behind the scenes stuff,
like
training.
Her workout session with Sheamus on his YouTube channel. Her Twitter
that was
feed.
Great.
Her Twitter feed is like a ray of sunshine. I mean, she seems like somebody like I'd be homies with in real life.
Yeah, she's like,
but
when she said she was like works out to the Cindy Lou Who song from the Grim.
Yeah, But then when you see her trying to be some hardcore extremist and then losing in the process, it's like I don't know. I'm not digging what they're doing with it right now, to be honest.
And I think also, the writers, I wish the writers could work with them a little more. Like, I feel like they dropped the ball on Ronda Rousey's storyline, making her a heel. Because, essentially she's just walking around with a clone of herself in
actually, I'm going to disagree with you on the Shayna Baszler thing, because I think they need, first of all, one of two things needs to happen. Either get rid of the women's tag team titles or start to treat them with the fucking respect a title deserves. And if you're going to do that, you have Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler as a tag team so dominant and have them own those titles for years.
Yeah.
Keep Ronda Rousey out of the main event picture. Let her get earn her or not earn, but learn. Like all the shit. Like, we know the bitch knows how to fight.
Yeah,
she's the drizzling shits on the mic. But if you put her in a tag team and let her dominate there, she can still, she's a champion. She's got the accolades, but you give her the time she needs to, cultivate or perfect her mic skills. You know what I mean? What do you think, dude? I think that's the best route for her.
Well, again,
personally.
it's not just mic skills; it's just presence. It's like, again,
well, what do you mean by that? Because I think she's got a good presence, but when she opens her mouth, she sounds like a fucking idiot.
Well, that's how it hits me anyway. Mic skills is that, but it's just, just how you fill up that space in the ring. Again, I hate that I sound like an old guy, thinking about the good old days, but it's like The Rock used to pace in the ring. He used to, shoot other people looks. Stone Cold would come out, same thing. It's like
give me a hell yeah.
Whether it be whether it be what he said or how he just occupied that ring, how he moved on the inside of and outside, there's no wasted movement. These guys just kind of come out there. A lot of them just come out there and stand there,
I got to, okay. Fuck. You know what? I don't even care because I'm going to find this Ricky Starks promo I'm telling you about, and I want to show it to you and get your live reaction. So I'll be back. You keep talking. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, it's just me. Oh, John's here. Hey, John. Or is he? The thing is that, again, some of these people have great potential. I think they just need somebody to work with them. And Vince McMahon was that person for a while, but even near the end, he didn't seem to know what to do with a lot of these people like he did in the past. And I think I don't know, maybe he was resting on his laurels, or maybe the times changed and he didn't quite know how to react to it. I think he put a lot of energy into Austin Theory, and as a heel, he probably works the best. And I'll just keep going back to people like Sami Zayn or Riddle. The Riddle and Randy Orton duo, that was lightning in a bottle, and it was a shame to see Randy Orton go away because they've tried to recreate it with him and Elias and just didn't work. And I think Riddle kind of noped out. I see him on his Instagram saying, "Hey, I'm learning to say no to people, and not everyone likes it, but I'm happier." It's like,
well, he's also going through some rehab issues. But so let me ask you this: if you're not familiar with AEW, are you familiar with MJF? Because he's doing some of the best heel work ever.
No, I've only gotten back into WWE. So, and I've seen some of the other stuff, and I've thought about checking it out, but I've been so busy with other things, I just don't know when I'll get the time to really dive into it. It's good stuff, though. As a storyteller, I really appreciate the world of wrestling. What I don't appreciate are the people who are trying to make wrestling more real.
Okay. All right. So here. All right. I think I might be wrong. I think this is promo. I don't give a fuck if we get copyright claimed at this point. I want to get, this is Ricky Starks, and he's facing off with MJF. So MJF is currently the best heel in all of.
See the one with the scarf?
Yes. Of course. So I skipped all of his promo because this, the fucking video is 9 minutes. I really want to introduce you to Ricky Starks because I think he's the future. So hold up, here it is.
Okay. So
are you not watching because you keep looking down? That's
I'm drawing, but I'm listening and I keep looking it up. And
okay. Do you want to?
I got the gist.
Okay.
Of it. So yeah, I will say this about it.
There's a few minutes left, but okay, I'll let you. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I get the idea. I mean, he knows how to be a presence in the ring so far as like he knows I'm here, it's time to perform. And like you said, he's new. I do see potential.
Dude, I'm mark my words, guys. I'm telling you, I've been watching wrestling my whole life. This dude's the fucking future. Like Ricky Starks. It's gonna be 5 to 8 years before like he's gonna be like a super over world champion when he's older. He's a kid right now, but he just fucking oozes talent. I don't know, man.
It's going to be, it's interesting because you see people like The Rock who, when they first started, like you see the potential, it's not quite there yet. Then you get people like, The Undertaker had been doing it for years before he was The Undertaker. But, I remember seeing The Undertaker come out like on the day and just being like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he never, he just came out and it was instant, like everybody knew. And this is something, you just got to wait and see, because again, this goes to something that I always say, which is the audience is always right. And, that essentially means,
well, yeah, you have to listen. That's the great thing about wrestling.
Yeah.
You get that immediate feedback from the audience, and you need to listen to the audience. And
and it happens in real time.
So
I think he's got a handle on the audience. But it's not immediately apparent to me. Like there was nothing in that made me stop and go like, oh, okay.
All right, man. No, hey, fair enough. But you also don't watch the product. I've been watching this kid.
There's context there. Missing, of course.
Yeah, he. So I can't remember where he was, but the way he got into AEW was back when Cody Rhodes was still a part of AEW, and he was the TNT champion, and he was doing like an open challenge, but the open challenge was to people, like not in like it was how they were doing crossovers. So it was like, if you're wrestling for Impact or NWA or MLW or like whatever, like you can come try to make a name for yourself here by fighting Cody Rhodes, the TNT champion. And,
Cody Rhodes is one that made me take notice immediately.
Because
I wasn't familiar with him. Really, like I said, I'm newly back into WWE. It's only been about a year and a half. So I had, of course, been a Goldust fan. I thought Goldust was epic. Yeah. Just perfect. And I loved Goldust's interactions with The Rock, when The Rock would call him, "You sick freak,"
Yeah.
It was fantastic. So, that's the kind of energy I'm talking about. So when Cody Rhodes came out to fight Seth Rollins, when Seth was kind of throwing his weight around trying to get
which one? WrestleMania.
When Seth Rollins was going like, "I want my WrestleMania match," and then Vince McMahon finally said, "Okay, but it'll be someone of my choosing." And he came out of the stage, and it was obvious to me, the audience knew who he was, and they were really excited to see him. I knew who he was only in the sense that he was Goldust's brother.
Well, right. So here's the thing, because you don't watch AEW, he came out like, I guess Tony Khan's super cool, because like this would never happen if you leave WWE and go somewhere else. Cody Rhodes had his AEW gimmick, name, music, outfit, storyline, everything. Like everything. Like, when's the last time you ever fucking saw that in wrestling, bro? You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I'm honestly asking you that question because I don't know. Like, when somebody goes from one promotion to another, okay, maybe Hulk Hogan when he jumped ship to WCW. I guess that's the only other one. That's good company to be in, I guess. What do you think? I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to quantify that because
and actually Hulk Hogan doesn't even count. Hulk Hogan didn't have his "I am a real man." I'm serious. Cody Rhodes came from AEW to WWE. Music, gimmick, storyline, everything. I don't think that's ever been done before. Please, anybody in the chat, let me know. But that's, to me, what made it. And I hate that you didn't watch him in AEW, because that's what makes it so much better.
The thing is, I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because again, it's just an example of somebody who has a presence and has a character that within minutes of, if you don't know who he is, but within minutes you do. That fight was like, I was instantly on board, and I like Seth Rollins a lot. I was instantly
obviously
on board. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was instantly on board for him, and their matches were fantastic. And then when he came, look, dude, I have a
match of the year
rotator cuff injury right now.
So do I, actually.
And so coming out, watching him come out and take off his jacket and have that massive.
So me and so on we did I think it was the Christmas episode, might have been the New Year's, one of the two episodes. We did our best of 2022, like best matches, pay-per-views, rookies, whatever. And me and Joe, our match of the year was that Cody Rhodes Hell in a Cell match with Seth Rollins. That was like, holy shit. That's like a match. That's a once in a lifetime. Like, that dude's crazy. Who the fuck does what he did? You know what I mean? Like, seriously.
There were two stories going on. There was the WWE story, and then there was the real story of someone who's like, I'm going to do this. And you knew Seth Rollins, who, probably in real life, they're choreographing that match and planning it.
That prick wore polka dots. Oh my God. That was like, he's such a good heel.
Yeah, he is. But not only that, but just, going like, okay, Cody, you're all in for this match with this huge injury, and I'm all in for, being the heel that takes advantage of that injury.
That shit still had to hurt, man. He was digging that kendo stick into it, and like,
I've seen the interviews. Essentially, he went into that match with the doctor telling him like, this injury is so bad, there's no way
it can't
make it worse.
Yeah, that's the only reason they let him wrestle.
Yeah, it's like, you can't hurt this anymore.
Yeah, it's like.
But he, there are times where he hits, he lands, and I've seen the interviews. He's like, yeah, I see that where I land there. It's like, I was going to throw up.
Oh, dude, that was in SmackDown. He said when he did the I forget what the name of it, but the stunner where he jumps off the ropes and it's basically a stunner, or a diamond cutter, but it's off the ropes.
Yeah.
He said, he was like, oh my God, I thought I was going to puke. It hurt so much.
Well, he also said, he's like, I can't rewatch that match.
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah. He's like, he said he still hasn't watched it.
So let's get, because we've got 15 minutes left, and I want to get to the bloodline. Was there another thing to hit before that?
Yeah. I'm so sorry. This is cool, man. I love talking to another wrestling fan. We're just like chopping it up. So, did I go? Tegan Nox defeated Xia Li in like a 2-minute match. Did I say that already or no?
Yeah, that was kind of a filler match.
It was bullshit. It was terrible. The Banger Bros with their newly crowned Banger Bus, which is hilarious because
I love them.
Just don't Google it. Anyway, they have a little backstage segment where they're basically like fucking testosterone fueled teenagers smacking each other in the chest and doing like, but I love it. They're great.
They're fantastic. Yeah.
And then after that we have an in-ring Bray Wyatt promo, which I
want to be excited about him, but the longer they're dragging it out, the less
that's the thing with me, because Joe, who's normally here, Joe's a huge Bray Wyatt guy, and I've been saying for weeks, I don't get the big deal, I don't get the appeal, blah 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 blah, and then he finally sold me on it, and now it's starting to bore me. So I totally get what you're saying. Like, they need to pull the trigger on this fucking dude or something.
But I think what he's promising though is probably what I feel is missing from Judgment Day. If they were to pull Judgment Day and Bray Wyatt together with Alexa Bliss and
why do
something?
Why do you say that? Like feuding or merging?
Merging that dark energy, they're both kind of going for the same thing.
No, not really. So we don't have enough time. Put a pin in that. Somebody remember, we need to have we could do a whole hour.
And I admit, I'm not as familiar with Bray Wyatt as I am with the rest of them. So,
Oh, I'm not either. But that's a conversation we need to have Joe apart, because like apparently Joe thinks Bray Wyatt's the best thing since sliced bread. So
a lot of people do. Yeah. A lot of people
I don't get it. He's starting to bore the shit out of me. And this Mountain Dew pitch black match better be more than a street fight. I don't know. It better be good. Anyway,
Deliverance.
Right. So after that, Caleb Braxton talks to Kevin Owens backstage to set up the main event where he's gonna like fight Sami Zayn. Blah blah blah. And oh wow, finally we get to our third match of the night in a 2-hour wrestling show. 2 hours. We're an hour in. We're just now getting to the third wrestling match on a wrestling show. Sorry, I don't mean to be like that, but frequent watchers of Dork Side of the Ring, they feel my pain. Anyway, it's Raquel Rodriguez defeating Liv Morgan after that terrible skit earlier where Liv just smacked her in the face, and you know, all those with the chick we didn't know who she was, that whole
Yeah,
thing.
we pretty much covered that one already.
Yeah, and then bunch of, and then it takes another 45 minutes. I won't even read all this shit, but look, so the dots, you're not looking, Chris, the dots are when matches happen. I do that when I take my notes. Okay. So, okay. My point was, that's the Raquel match we just talked about. That's the main event. I'm going to skip all the bullshit in between because it's just bullshit. So the main event, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Bloodline. That's what you wanted to talk about, right?
And I have a prediction. Not
all
a
right,
spoiler.
I got you there as quick as I could. There you go. All right.
So, okay. I really like the setup. You know, it's Sami Zayn is this guy. He's really, you know, he'll do anything to belong. And now that he's actually gotten his place, he wants to prove that he really does belong there. And being given the opportunity to confront Kevin Owens, and
the end of this match was heartbreaking to me. But
yeah, it was, and I thought it was a really great,
really good storytelling in wrestling, right?
Yeah,
like yeah.
And Keely Chow is here, and Horny Alf.
Oh wow, I've never seen Horny Alf before. Thank you for joining. Please,
I'm really glad that my cats are not around. So
yeah, because Alf and cats, and, Dragon Ruse, Keely Chow. Thank you guys so much.
And go ahead, so anyway, yeah, the fact is that he, and this is what my prediction is going to be. He was showing that he can actually fight Kevin Owens on even terms. And the fact that the Bloodline came in,
dude, he was about to win the match. He was about to get the haluva kick, and
this is why it was such great storytelling, because if he would have won the match, it would have reflected really bad on the Tribal Chief,
right? And I think no, dude. See, this is what, goddamn, this is why it's such good storytelling for wrestling. They really did end this perfectly, because the Tribal Chief was like, oh shit, Sammy actually might win this. Hey guys, go in there and interrupt, because you know, if Sammy beats him, but then I lose to him at the Royal Rumble, what's that?
Yep.
You know what I mean? I look like a chump. So no, great story.
Here's my prediction. Kevin Owens is going to beat Roman Reigns.
Bullshit. Ain't happening.
He's going to beat Roman Reigns. He's going to get the title. And then Sami Zayn is, and then he's going to challenge Sami Zayn to a title match, and Sami Zayn is going to win, and become the champion. And he's going to be the one holding the titles next to Roman Reigns, and that's where the story is going, in my opinion.
Dude, I'll tell you right now. Hey, Zax, thanks for, dude, join us.
Yeah, I actually have to get going. I have stayed longer than I intended to.
Oh man, don't know. I'm having so much fun. Shit. I love where you're going, and I wish that would happen.
I'd be a better writer for WWE than the WWE writers, by the way.
No, fucking totally, 100%. Because what you just said was gold, but it's not going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. It's going to be the boring ass shit everybody knows. Yeah. And Roman Reigns is going to lose. I think they're going to do WrestleMania Night 1. Roman Reigns is going to be fighting The Rock for the Universal title, but the stipulation will be, if Roman Reigns wins, The Rock can never wrestle again. So like a retirement thing. And I think Roman Reigns will win. And then night 2, it'll be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the WWE title. And Cody's going to win. So Cody will be the WWE champ. Roman will still be the Universal champ. And both brands can have their own champions again. That's like, that's where my, like, if I could bet money on this, I would.
Probably.
That's where I think this is going.
And
But I love your idea though. I would love your idea more. I would enjoy what you said more. You know what
this
I mean?
is kind of the turmoil that the Attitude Era was. It was just chaos. Anything could happen at any time. WWE has become so predictable. I mean, my wife and I watch it. My wife calls it, like right in the middle of the match. She's like, okay, here comes this moment where this is going to happen. And
dude, CC does that shit to me, and I hate it. But like that, I guess that's just indicative of how predictive or whatever they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's telling, and I think we need to
What,
listen
baby?
to that.
No, I was complimenting you. That wasn't bad. God, she hears me say her name, and she's like,
Well,
anyway.
the thing here's the thing. You probably are pretty accurate. I think the thing that WrestleMania has to contend with, and I hope they address it, but they probably aren't going to, is simply that Stone Cold's return was so epic, and night 2 of Stone Cold's return was even better. The Rock is going to want to have something at least comparable to that.
Look,
and
man,
I don't know if they can do it.
First of all, after the shit show that was his failed attempt at taking over the DC universe, the Rock should thank his lucky stars. The WWE still want to have, and they'll give him like an obscene payday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But all you got to do, show up and lose, bro. Fuck your ego. Check it at the door. We'll give you like, $5 million, $10 million, but you're losing to Roman Reigns because like.
Well, The Rock isn't about winning or losing. Again, The Rock is about that presence, and I don't think he's got it anymore. I think he's forgotten who The Rock is. You can tell by the way he behaves as a personality in real life.
It doesn't matter. No,
yeah, the Rock of the Attitude Era would own him as he is now.
Yeah,
and that's the bottom line.
And that's the bottom line, because Chris said so. So, well, I sped read through SmackDown. Did you want to say anything else about that main event? Are we good on that? Because if not,
there's a lot of opportunity there. I thought it was probably one of the best nights that Sami Zayn has had in his storyline so far. The Bloodline. No pun intended, but Sami Zayn was the infusion that the Bloodline needed.
Dude, it was a master class in wrestling storytelling, in my opinion.
I'm glad they're moving it along, and I hope they keep moving it along, because if they try and linger on it and milk it for more than it's worth, you'll have diminishing returns. So I
see it happening pretty quick. I think that the Kevin Owens Royal Rumble thing, and then after Royal Rumble's what, Elimination Chamber, and then WrestleMania. Is that right?
I can never remember. I need them to tell me in their advertisements.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So I think let me do this. In my heart of hearts, kind of like the shit you were saying earlier, that I wish that was how it was going to go, but it's not. So it's my turn. In my heart of hearts, Roman Reigns defeats Kevin Owens at Royal Rumble, and they go into Elimination Chamber, where Roman doesn't defend his title because he's like a Brock Lesnar type bitch. Which is fine. I mean, I'm not saying that in bad. I'm just saying you're supposed to. He's a heel. He's doing his job.
If Brock Lesnar is listening, I have nothing but good things to say about you. Don't hurt me.
Anyway, so what, baby? I'm in the middle of a show. Okay. Shit. Where was I? I'm so easily derailed.
In your heart of hearts, you are easily derailed. I got to go in a minute, so I'll let you say this, and then I'm going to log out. But,
and then we're at the end of the show. So in my heart of hearts, I would really love it if Sami Zayn wins the Elimination Chamber, and he has to face Roman Reigns for the title.
That would be awesome, yeah.
And then he wins it. that to me, that's what I like. Look, I would not bet money on that, but that, like, in my heart of hearts, that would make me so happy. I would love that. What do you think, man? And then we'll wrap up.
I don't know. I think that would be fantastic. I get the feeling that Roman Reigns is looking at other prospects outside of WWE. He's been in a long time, and he might be looking for a way out. I think whatever happens, I would like to see Sami Zayn continue being buds with the Usos.
Sammy Uso. I'm
Yeah.
still waiting for my Sammy Uso shirt. I don't
So
want the honorary Us.
I'd love to have an honorary Us shirt. That's
No,
my favorite.
I want a Sammy Uso. Fuck honorary. I want this.
But but yeah, I think the Usos have a lot of charm, and I actually think they could do really well as faces. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Hey, Bill Barkley.
Oh, hey, Bill, we're about to dip out, but hey, Chris, thank you so much. You saved this stream today. Also,
what I do.
you were here, and also, fuck, man, like if you can make this, you don't have to do it every Sunday, but I had a lot of fun. I'd love to have you on as much as you want to be. You know what I mean? This is cool.
I'd like to be as well. I got a lot going on. I'm interviewing for 2 different jobs. I'm doing Escape from Planet Omega 12, and I'm trying to make as much time as possible for my family on top of that.
No.
So
I totally get it. Even if it's like you come in with like 15 minutes of whatever you want to say, like I thoroughly enjoyed talking wrestling with you.
That was my plan today, and then Danny left, and I was like, shit, I can't leave you on your own.
Or Johnny left.
Oh, Johnny left. Sorry.
Yeah. It's all good.
So anyway, yeah, thanks for having me on, though. I enjoyed it too. Let's see where this storyline goes, and I'll definitely be back in one capacity or another.
Right on, man. All right. Well, hey, everybody, thanks for checking out Pop Culture Mindfield's Dork Side of the Ring. And yes, Chris and I, we the ones. All right. John, you can hit the end credit.